Authorities announced last week 6 teenagers, the youngest being 14, robbed a man pumping gas at gunpoint, making off with his wallet, phone, and his car. It turned out the teen robber was dropped off in another car that was stolen. All of them were arrested.
In her State of the State address yesterday, Governor Kathy Hochul promised to fix it. She promised to curb retail and vehicle thefts and other serious crimes running rampant across the state. The president of the State District Attorney Association and, of course, Erie County DA John Flynn joining us now, talking about the plans that were laid out yesterday. John, thank you for being here.
Yep.
You were in Albany yesterday. Let's talk specifically about some of the things that piqued your attention yesterday and that you think will be effective before we get into some of this.
Well, the first thing was her immediacy of it. The very first thing she talked about, and quite frankly, the majority of her speech yesterday was about criminal justice. So that in and of itself is a positive sign. Then she goes into specifics and lays out, I'm giving money for retail theft, I'm giving money for car theft, I'm giving money for domestic violence, I'm giving money for fentanyl. These are the 4 main areas that we're seeing right now. Our murders and our gun violence, thank God, has gone down. But what's gone up, especially here in Buffalo, is our retail crime and our car theft crime.
And part of the biggest reason why that is, you've said it a number of times, Buffalo Police Commissioner Joe Gramalia has said it a number of times, it's because kids that are 14, 15, 16 years old who participate in carjackings know there's no accountability, know that there's a revolving door downtown, know that they will not be thrown in jail for a felony or a series of felonies, so they continue to happen. Do you think that throwing money at the problem, as you say that Governor Hochul is going to fund this, will that stop 14 and 15-year-olds from realizing there's no accountability for them?
Well, the main thing that's going to stop them is getting them off the streets and putting them in some type of custody. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and say jail for a 14-year-old, all right? I'm going to use the word custody, all right? So we need to send a message to these kids that there's going to be consequences. The first thing that a kid is worried about, quite frankly, is getting caught, all right? So when you are focusing money on this issue and you're giving money to the Buffalo Police Department and to the state troopers and to their suburban police agencies, you're giving them resources to catch them. If you catch them, that's going to send a message.
While we're talking about consequences and repercussions, in the past there was a focus on bail reform. This time around, we didn't hear it at all. What do you make of that?
The governor realizes that it's going nowhere. It's a football analogy, all right? If you can't run the ball, then you throw the ball, all right? So she realizes that there's no way the legislature is going to make bail reform changes. It's just not going to happen. And again, she can cry about it all she wants, and I can cry about it all I want, and we can say that we need to make changes, et cetera, but if you know that the other branch of government is not going to move, then you got to make halftime adjustments. And that's what she's doing. She's making halftime adjustments here, and she's giving us money now to fight the problem that we have. And we just got to realize that we're not going to be able to run the ball. We're not going to be able to change bail right now.
So there always is an important aspect of law enforcement, be it police or be it at your point in the district attorney level, where you have to adapt to the changing, the changing ways of society. And here we are in 2024, seeing car thefts on the rise, doubling in the past year in just Buffalo, and not to mention the rest of Erie County or the rest of Western New York. Do you think that that money, when it starts to come in, because these are also things that have to be debated over the next 4 months.
Correct.
Do you think that the speaker, do you think that the majority leader, the folks downstate, will see this and say, yes, we should be spending more money on this? Or do you think they're going to say, no, upstate or Western New York doesn't need it, let's spend money on mental health instead?
Well, I think they can do both. I think they can spend money on mental health, and they talked about housing in New York City yesterday. So they can take care of the housing in New York City. They can take care of mental health, and they can still give us money here upstate. They have in the past 2 years. They gave us more money for discovery. They gave us more money for aid to prosecution. They gave us more money for our GIVE program, which is our gun violence program. So they have shown in the past couple years they've been willing to give us money. So I don't anticipate a problem with money.
In addition to the car and retail theft funding, what other funding was laid out yesterday as it pertains to district attorneys?
Domestic violence. So my biggest problem with domestic violence is that when a victim initially comes forward, She initially calls 911. The police come. They make an arrest. At some point in the prosecution, the victim decides not to press charges. I've changed my mind. I've gotten back with my boyfriend or my girlfriend, whatever it may be. So if we can have more services out there in the nonprofit world, I only have, a few domestic violence advocates, okay? I don't have enough to go around for all the victims in Erie County. It's the Haven Houses, it's the Child and Family Service Centers, it's the nonprofit entities out there that are helping victims throughout the course of the prosecution. If they can get more money and victims can have support throughout the entire prosecution, maybe they won't change their mind. Maybe they'll stick with it, and therefore I can prosecute and put the boyfriend in jail where he belongs.
Putting your hat on for your state DA presidency, and maybe it's the same hat as Erie County DA, I'm not quite sure, but will you be spending the next however many months through, I suppose, June, once this thing is signed, or maybe by April 1st, campaigning or lobbying for some of these changes? And if so, what is your approach with the legislature? Because now you have endorsed what Kathy Hochul said. How do you take that message and make sure the legislature agrees?
Well, just what you said. I need to follow through in the next 2 months here in February and March, because you're right, it's April 1st. After April 1st, it really doesn't matter. So once the budget's done on April 1st, that's really all I care about. So the next 2.5 months here, yes, I will be in Albany making sure that the senators and the assembly members know that that money is important. Not just in New York City, but to us too. Exactly. That's the key.
All right, Erie County District Attorney John Flynn, thank you so much for coming in and taking the time.
Appreciate it, John. All right, send things over to Chief Media